Cheers. We're back. We're back with Katie's Arms. Am I early? Yes, I am. I'm a minute early, but who cares? Because I was all excited about the fact that the pub has reopened after my time on the road. So welcome back to locals and to regulars. And I would just point out, for those who are joining me early, hello, lovelies. Let's bring in people who don't know. This is an online pub called the Katie's Arms, and we started it, didn't we, way back in lockdown, when I was like, bollocks to it. If they close the pubs, we'll open one up online. And that's when this was born. And then from there, the Katie's Arms has basically grown. And hello, my loves. And you'll know if you're a regular, and if you're not, welcome. There's only a few rules to this pub, which is essentially that there are no rules, that you can think anything you want and agree or disagree. No one's here to agree with each other. We're just here to either laugh at me, with me, at your lives, or whatever. And also for me to show off my occasional new purchase, which of course this was. A little bit concerned that you can see my, tiny bra underneath. But up in my bedroom, it was quite cold. And I thought to myself, should I put on a top underneath this? Which would have been like the grown-up thing to do. And first timer, yay, hi, whoever you are, someone, Jamie, I think. So welcome. This is all your family here, and they will all look after you and be great to you. Where's my jumper from? I don't know. And I can't take it off to look because I've got nothing on underneath. Hold on. If I show you the label, can you see the label if I show it to you? Oh God, I don't think you can. Okay, I don't think you can. So what I'll do, look at my tiny little bra strap, pathetic. It's because I have such small boobs. I will put afterwards where this is from. But what I do know is it's super, super soft and it's got some sort of hair in it. Is it mohair or is it Angora or something? I can't even tell. But also acrylic. So you can't ruin it, but it also looks kind of posh, right? Sort of like me. Don't talk about being ruined. This is a family show. Although on that, we forgot to take Mumsy down. Wait one. So the other thing is my mother probably is watching this now. Mother, go away. So what we do is we take Mumsy down off the wall. Wait one. So that she doesn't hear. Oh well. Mum doesn't like to hear me swear. So we take. Can't. Did you just see the similarity then? This is my mum. I don't want to put her face on because she's private and shy. But look, I literally turned into my mother. So we put Mumsy face down so she can't hear me. She can't hear me swearing. Bless her. Let's put her over here. I've actually got things I need to talk to you about today. So we're going to do that. I'm going to answer your. Is that a hand-me-down jumper from your mum? Right? Actually, no, it's new. And it was actually more expensive than I wanted to pay for the bloody thing. But then when I saw it and decided I had to have it, I had to have it. I also wanted to show, I've got things to show off today. Normally it's just me showing off my body parts. Which, I've got a story about my body parts. We'll save that till my mum, because my mum gets bored really early on. So we'll wait for mum to go. But then I've also got a story about my body parts. You have to remind me. Okay, who wore it best? My bloody mother did. Now look, I wanted to show you this. Now I don't know if we're back to front, but it's Katie's Arms, the Katie's Arms with my crown, my pub crown. And look. And this was from lovely, I want to say Scott. And what happened in Blackpool, apart from Blackpool changing my life forever because 3,000 of us showed up and we just laughed. Is that people turn up, bless Scott, and bless all of you, and thank you everybody who, I'm not asking you to give me things, so don't think I'm asking for things, but this lovely gentleman turned up with a Katie's Arms glass, which is actually huge, and I was just filling it in the kitchen with lovely Mark, and I was like, oh, it's actually a really big glass, and then I continued to fill it up some more. But I just wanted to say, oi, oi, no, this isn't merch even, can you believe? This is just the kindness of our family on here. And this is my new Katie's Arms. Look at the size, look, it's bigger. See, look at my nose, which we agree is large. Look, it's bigger than my head, which is great. And I also brought the bottle just in case. Now, we'll all know that this is cheap wine, but what's cheap these days, darlings? I mean, seriously, this is cheaper than eggs. Just saying. I think that's essentially our plan, isn't it? Hello, Katie from Uxbridge. Hello, my darlings. Can you sing us a song? No. I mean, I might later, who knows, but I've got to share about my body parts first. I think this is our plan, isn't it, people, for this? So the Katie's Arms is going to get us through this winter together. I don't know how, and I don't know, but I do know that everybody on here, hello from Blackpool, hello, everybody on here will help each other out. So if you're going to kill yourself, bloody don't, right? That was the lockdown policy we had as well. You have to talk about it on here, and then other people on here will help you. Because what's imperative is you don't kill yourself this winter because things are shit, but you hang on in there. Because you have to remember that we're the good guys. And if you go killing yourselves, there aren't so many of us. It doesn't matter how shit you think life is, you've just got to hang on in there. Join us at the Katie's Arms, be on our Insta family, and other people will look after you. And I've seen it happen. So you have to stay with us. I'm offshore West Africa. Oh, that's really very hot indeed. I spent some time on the Ivory Coast selling Guinness, would you believe? And I loved it. I love West Africa. So, where shall we start, my darlings? You've got the heating on. I know, it's bloody freezing. Bloody freezing it is. I am just back from 2 months across the States. So forgive me for missing Katie's Arms so often. And I'm so sorry. And I missed it myself, honestly. I miss kind of having our little, I think it's just therapy for me, isn't it? It's like going to the hairdresser, but without actually having to like talk to a hairdresser. Right? It's basically like having your hair done, but without the bit where you have to be polite. It's just like me talking at you guys. So still haven't turned my heating on. Well done. That's one of those things that happens in relationships, isn't it? One of the relationship thinks, right, we mustn't turn the heating on, and there's like this standoff, and then one wants to turn it on, usually the female, and then there's this kind of what do you call those things, thermostats. So my father was always the one that would turn the thermostat down, and I would try and turn it up, and that happens here in this house as well. I think that happens in every relationship, doesn't it? But yes, so I had an amazing time going across the States with our brilliant team over in the States, just going from place to place. And I never really know quite where I'm going next, but I have this kind of rough plan. And so I started off 3 weeks across the hinterlands of California to the places no one really goes to do speeches or stand up. And I spent 3 weeks and people find out that I'm on the road, they find out I'm in their state, and then they say, come here. And so I swing there. And that's basically how it works all the way across the States for 2 months. So Orlando and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Atlanta, just swinging my way through like a hairy gorilla with an American flag up my arse, trying to uplift our side. And as you'll know, maybe, we are nearly at the midterms, which is really, really important for Americans, because if we can get red back into the House and the Senate, everyone will feel better. And I believe that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a red wave. We've already had Trump in Iowa saying he might run again, very, 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 very probably. But regardless, what everyone needs at the moment, as you'll understand if you're in the UK, is we need some good news. So no, I'm back in the UK. This is me in the, well, we used to call it piano room, but only because it's a room with a piano in. I need to tell you about Twitter. So yes, I'm back in the UK. And no, so this is a tricky one, obviously, for me to talk about. But if you see me on stage in Pennsylvania, that's a good speech to watch. I'm going to try and put some of it up here on Instagram. Nearly said Twitter then. But I can't put the whole thing up because I think it will just be pulled down or censored, or they'll take my account. No, you still have to be vaccinated. Hold on. I need to clear my throat. You still have to be, oh shit. You still have to be vaccinated to go to the States. But, my darlings, as I have said on many stages, I don't feel a moral obligation to follow rules, irrational rules that are fabricated by an elderly man who was installed, in my personal opinion, into power. And you have to balance that with the fact that I have no, in terms of risk and my personal risk, I don't have a limit to personal risk that I'm willing to take. So it's different for me compared to other people, because maybe you're trying to look after your job or your family or keep your home, or you don't want to be arrested. I don't really have any of those limits. So therefore I continue to do what I think makes sense, which is get over there. And you know what? On one of those stages, I'm like, so here I am, arrest me. And what I mean by that, I don't desperately want to be in prison. It's more about what are you going to arrest me for? You're going to arrest me for going to the States and being kind and supportive and positive to large 4,500 people in Pennsylvania. You want to, what? Take a woman away for being positive about America and good people. Okay, go on then. So that's my answer to that. Am I back on Twitter? I'm not asking that just because I fancied it. I'm asking it because people are asking. Oi, oi, gobby chick. Oi, oi. I am not back on Twitter. I will be if they'll let me. So please know that if Elon gives me my account back, I will be... Yeah, we don't know... Sorry, yes, we don't know where we got my sweater from. But once I remember, I'm going to put it on the comments. And why am I doing this? You see, this is why I can't be a grown-up in the room, can I, anymore? We don't know where I got it from, but I'm going to find out. And then I'm going to put it on the whatever where you type in when you put a video up, so that you can purchase one. But I know that they're 60, maybe 70 quid. I'm not that posh. I don't usually buy things like that. Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. If Elon allows me to come back, I will be on Twitter. But we have to remember a couple of things. Someone on Twitter is there's about 1,000 people pretending to be me. I've even got, I think there's a Twitter account for my nose, which I find quite funny. What distresses me is when people think I'm on Twitter, but the person that's pretending to be is just shit. Like, they're just shit at writing. They're shit at phraseology. They have no word craft. I can't even bear to look. But when I see it and I think, do people really think that's me? Do people think I'm that shit at writing tweets? Word craft matters. So whoever's on there saying that they're me, it's not me. And then someone told me the other day that someone was asking for to be bought something on that Twitter handle, pretending to be me. And I was like, but I've never asked anyone for money, not ever, not even when I lost my home, my jobs, my everything. It's not how I roll. People have got their own shit to deal with without dealing with my shit as well. Much of it I brought on myself. So please know that isn't anything to do, nothing on Twitter is anything to do with me. And if I come back, I'm coming back with my original handle. It's unlikely, I think, because my account wasn't just locked, it was universally blocked, eviscerated from the face of the planet, because a nasty little group who don't deserve naming, but one of them is the lady who spells things on Countdown, combined with another faith group, went and lobbied directly at Twitter HQ in Piccadilly Circus. So my ban wasn't quite like any other ban, it was a evisceration. Anyway, enough of that. That's so I'm not on Twitter, but I do love the fact that Elon's back. I've offered to marry Elon on a number of occasions. I know people say he's a terrible guy, but whatever. And I love that he's just got rid of 50% of their staff overnight. And I love that they only find out about their jobs being cut by going onto their email. But not even that. If the message goes to their private personal email, it means personal emails means they've been fired, but if they've still got a job, they get it on their work email. I just love it. And I don't even care about it like that. It's been a blessing for me not to be on that damn thing, because what it forced me to do was get out amongst people. And I love that happened, because I think without that, I wouldn't have done the speakeasies in people's lounges or houses, and I would never have spent the last 5 years going across the States and building this brilliant network of people that will just keep pushing me forwards. Like, piss off, Hopkins. So in a way, being banned from Twitter and actually everything and not being allowed to speak here in the UK meant that I really threw myself to the road in America, and that's really paid off. And now I get to be back here and do some events. So big news I want to tell you about. Circus Tavern in, I'm reading this as you can tell, Purfleet. See, I told you I prepared. Hold on. We have to drink, we have to cheers to the Circus Tavern in Purfleet. 1 second. See how big this glass is. Look. So you see what happened then? Someone just put, I love you so much, right? And I nearly flashed, because that's literally what goes through my brain if someone's like super nice to me and I don't know what to do with compliments, as you know, so I have to be silly. And anyway, before we go back to Purfleet, I'll just tell you my flashing body story. So with lovely Mark, like as a joke, when he comes home from somewhere, or like I'm somewhere and he doesn't realise, because he's not super aware of me all the time, which is really annoying because obviously he should be obsessed. Like, so I'll be like, I'll hear him coming up the stairs. So I'll stand at the top of the stairs. Oh, I just did flash. with my sweater, but my little boobs out. But like, say he comes home, he drives home, I'll bang on the window, open the window and then just flash. But I also have a face that goes with it, right? And it's this face. Hold on. So basically, I'm going to try and do it without flashing. I hold my thing up, show my boobs and do this face. And I think that that's really cute, right? But then on the road in America, I tried to do that and send it to lovely Mark on WhatsApp. So I got my top up with nothing on and I did this face, which I think is cute. And then took a photo to put on the WhatsApp to send to Mark. And then I saw the photo and what was looking back at me wasn't like cute with like boobs. And I imagine like this, I don't know, you know how like you see like cute young people and they've like got these little boobs and they look cute and all that. That's what I was projecting, right? So I'm like, but then what was looking back at me on the camera was just this kind of, you know, bit droopy, flat-chested woman with like triple chins going, oops, Joey Deacon, and it wasn't cute at all. So it's really spoiled it, because like earlier tonight I tried to do it to lovely Mark again, and then as soon as I start pulling that face now, like this, which I used to think was cute, now I know it's just like this sort of saggy. I would show you the picture, but so that's really blown that myth for me. Anyway, expectation versus reality. That's so true. But it's just that my expectation, it was like a little secret that I had with myself, and I thought I was cute, but I wasn't. Okay, that's an overshare too far. Let's drink some more. So, and then people say, were you pissed? No. All I had was this one soup bowl. So, back to what we were talking about before I had to overshare about my tiny tits. Circus Tavern. Listen, this is very important. If you can get to the Circus Tavern, let me tell you where it is. Purfleet, lovely Mark told me this, M25, East London. Do we know this place? Let's pretend we do. If you're even within sight or even able to get yourself onto the M25, I know no one likes that place, do, because you must come to the Circus Tavern in Purfleet. And let me tell you why and when. 13th of May, my darlings. I've even got the booking office number. Got a pen? Have you? 01708 863 838. See, they're that cool. You have to ring them to get a ticket. Anyway, because of Blackpool and you guys being brilliant and people trying to help me find venues, the bloody Circus Tavern in Purfleet having me to do stand-up and flash my boobs and whatever the hell I feel like on a stage, which basically means we have a chance in London-ish to be together. And it's not till May, so we can all save up £1 a week. How much do we have to charge? I think it's 20 odd quid. So we always say whatever is the lowest possible price. Then there's like a booking fee. I want to say it's 20 odd quid. It's definitely not more than that. Circus Tavern. If you can come, that's the 13th of May. And we'll be back in Blackpool as well. Oh shit. No, I've told you wrong. 6th of May. 6th of May. Oh, I'm so bad at this stuff. 6th of May is Circus Tavern. 13th of May is Blackpool. So May is so exciting, but mostly it's exciting because the Circus Tavern have stuck their little necks out. Not that if any of you've been to the show, you'll know it's the most harmless, it's offensive in the sense that I talk about my vagina, but we'll have new material, so maybe there'll be less vagina. But it's like, people say, oh, we can't have her because, she's this, or she's terrible, she's racist, or she's this. Well, no, it's just about laughing. Where is Circus Tavern? I just bloody told you. Near Dartford, N25, East London. 6th of May. Please come. Not because I give a shit about selling tickets, but because I know what happens when we're in a room together. And people sit there and they look round and it's all our family. And you can lose something and someone will find it and hand it in, and you can not know where the bathroom is and someone will take you, or everyone speaks to everyone because you stand at the bar, someone will come up and just chat to you because it's all our team, whatever our team is, and I love it. That. I also want to tell you, lovely Mark has been jolly busy in my absence. So whilst I've been in the States, lovely Mark has been running the show. He's been looking after the 3 teenagers that appear to, I don't know how they turned up in this house. I don't want to say I gave birth to them, but I appear to have 3 grown-ass humans living in my house, or as I call them, locusts. Except, with locusts eventually just fuck off and die, don't they? And teenage children haven't grasped that element of it, have they? Where they just stop eating and piss off. Yeah, so Mark has been living with 3 teenagers and 2 dogs and making everything okay for everybody until I got back. And then I get back and I'm really obnoxious, and I like try and make up for 2 months of being away by being I try and be super mum. So I clean the bathrooms, I'm hoovering, I'm annoyingly mothery, oh, have a good day, have you done your homework? The kids are all yeah, all right, mum, just rock up whenever you fancy and ask us things that we already know what the shit we're doing. We don't really need you. What do I think of Rishi? I think he's a complete twat. And a short twat at that. And you'll know, I bloody hate is such a strong word. Doesn't apply to females, but I instinctively do not trust short men. You know this, right? I don't trust anyone that's nipple height or below. It's why I had to fire Lord Sugar, right? Because I can't work for a short person. That just wouldn't work. So, and Rishi is so short, and they've just hired a guy they've lowered the, what do you call the thing? Hello from Denver. Oh, I miss Denver. What do you call that you speak at? Podium. Why am I forgetting my words? They've fashioned a shorter podium so that he looks taller. He's so small and obnoxiously cheesy, and has planned this all along and been installed by the markets because he'll look after Goldman Sachs and the rest of them. And he wouldn't know a regular Brit if someone smacked him in the face, which quite frankly, would be a lesson in its... Can you imagine him trying to navigate through a Lidl? Can you imagine dropping him in the far aisles of Asda and asking him to navigate to the children's clothing? He wouldn't have an F-bomb clue. And I'm not saying that the barometer of what makes a great politician is being able to navigate your way to the children's clothing section in a busy Asda on, say, a Friday evening. But I do think it shows what level of human you are. I don't think he'd even know how to... I just... Imagine giving him... I'd love to get a camera and give him £1 and say, right, go and get me a trolley. And just stand there in a little car park and watch him, this guy who runs the UK... I bet you he could not get a little trolley out with a £1 coin or any other item that we might use to get little trolleys without paying the £1. And that's it for me. until we have a leader in this country who knows the shit that we know and who knows the struggle of some people, and I don't know the struggle of lots of people, obviously, but there's no point. He's just a set of teeth in a small suit. And as for Matthew Hancock, please. I mean, I quite like the fact he's having some sort of breakdown live on TV. Lovely Mark has also been busy in other regards. You'll notice on the piano, offerty piss cards. Because Christmas cards, Jesus Christ, are they not the most boring bloody thing? Some picture of a friggin' donkey. Oh, or holly. Well, no one sends a Christmas card anyway, do they? So Lovely Mark got busy. And I was ranting a week or so before I left about the fact that I'm so bored with cards. That you could send someone a birthday card. They're all the same old shit, aren't they, in Sainsbury's? Or something that's not really that funny, or some stupid quote that's been used before, or some, whatever. So Lovely Mark and I were like, bollocks to it. Let's just make some cards that at least we would want to send. And then if someone else wants them, great. So they are up now on katiesarms.com. Wait one. Let's cheers. Cheers, everybody. Everybody, raise your... I hope if you're not drinking at home, then you should be ashamed. You came to the pub and you didn't drink. Don't just be sat there in your jimmies itching your crotch, plucking out your nipple hairs on your sofa, slightly watching me and slightly watching the TV. No. This is a pub. You turn up to the pub, you sit slumped against some tabletop and you drink with me. That's how the pub works. Cheers. Exactly. Don't be one eye on the shit TV and one eye on us. We deserve all of your... Oh, I'm pregnant and I want to cry. I mean, darling, we know I'm not medically trained. What I will say is the little fuckers come out anyway. I mean, I don't want to jinx you and I don't want to encourage you into heavy drinking whilst pregnant, but all of that being very careful thing, says Katie with the autistic daughter. No, that's probably not as funny as I thought it was. I'm just saying, most important of all as someone who's pregnant is cheers, darlings, exactly, cheers. Yes, I've got a disabled child, a child who's stunted at birth, and a child who can't speak but definitely drink. No, I haven't. I mean, and if I had, that would be fine, especially if they couldn't speak. All I'm saying is the most important thing when you're pregnant is that you look after you. And so anybody trying to give you advice, tell them to fuck off. Anyone trying to look at you in a disapproving way, they can piss off. And if you need a cheeky little glass of something, this isn't medical advice, but whatever gets you through, which is very much like lockdown and very much like now, when we're about to enter the deepest, darkest bastard winter, whatever gets you through, you do it. Don't listen to the medical professionals. Don't take any notice of any other twat posting shite on Insta. Whatever gets you through. And after you've had that baby, you tell every other bugger to piss off. Piss off with your lunchboxes and your fruit kebabs. Piss off with your advice that you have to have a baby stuck to your nipple all the time. Piss off with your perfect Bowden catalogue and your frickin' stripy top and your white clean handbag. Piss off. Because mothers know what to do best, and best on your day might be having a glass of wine, lying down and watching Netflix, and letting your baby chill out in the bouncy thing strapped to the doorway, which is essentially how I brought my kids up. It may have impacted on their growth, but frankly, if you just saw them ate what they ate at tea time, I think they're doing just fine. Women are bitches, and they'll try and make themselves better. Oh, I'm getting all... Can you tell? Oh, I've just got a little bit carried away. Oh, that was a bit of mothering. Oh, sorry about that. But I just know what... In fact, that is, I'm not trying to push my book. In fact, I was trying to share with you my new cards, which I bloody love. But there is a chapter in my book, which I bloody love, called Help. And I wrote it specifically for this purpose. Oh, I'm going to run over time. Listen, go if you need to go. I won't even tell you off. It's like people that yawn when I'm talking in a room. And I want to say, if I'm fucking boring, really, how did you listen to the last guy? Because he was shit. Help, I'm having a baby, chapter 7. And I tell you what, this is not for the faint-hearted. It's truth about pain, it's truth about the bit where you've just had the baby and you're, you know, it's like a scene from the slaughterhouse. I mean, it's just terrible. And even trying to shower after you just had a baby. No one talks. Yeah, you need, industrial absorbent padding. Yeah, when you're hemorrhaging like an Ebola victim in the heat. Life advice from Katie Hopkins. It's what you all need. My point is, people should be honest about childbirth, but they don't need to lecture you. And anyone who thinks I'm one of those perfect mums, this perfect birthday party, oh, fuck off. No one likes going to kids' birthday parties. Anyone who pretends they like a kid's birthday party is just lying. Right, look what lovely Mark made us. Apart from these offity piss. Hold on, let me gesture. There. Do you notice this? Look what happened in America. Oh, look at that. Right. So this is what happens when you get, what's this called when you have it on your nails? It's like literally like cement and killing people. What's it called? People will know. Yes, childbirth should not be an emotional saga. Exactly. There's going to be pain. There's going to be blood. Take things that scoop it up, pad it up, deal with it. Take, like, imagine a sleeping bag, round up your foof. That's what you need to think about when you're going in to have a baby. Nothing else. Nothing else. Don't worry about shaving your legs. Don't worry about shaving your foof. Just take industrial padding. That's what you need. So I had these nail things done. Acrylic. I think that's it. Acrylic. Is that what it is? Yeah. And they basically won't snap. But what happens is, do you notice the gap between when I had them done here? It's like a tree trunk, really, isn't it? Like tree rings. I had them done 3 weeks ago in America. So 3 weeks later, you just look like you've got weird fingernails on the end of, you know? I don't even know. It's a level of femaleness I don't even understand. Right. Sleeping bag up your... Oh, I can't breathe with laughing. But because this is the shit. These frumpy midwives and these big... Oh, I've really got on one, haven't I? Frumpy midwives and they're, you know... tuck in, what do they wear when they're going to work these days, midwives? They're just, it's all elasticated, isn't it? So they're all like slopping around in their Crocs. And no one tells you the fucking truth. They're like, oh yeah, here's the bloody paddling pool that you're going to get into. Oh yeah, it's going to be so relaxing. Oh yeah. It isn't. No, I'm not. I remember one midwife going, oh, would you like to get into the birthing pool now? No, I fucking would not. There's nothing less I would like to do with half a head coming out my foof than dive into some paddling pool that's had someone else's afterbirth smeared around it like I'm some birthing, you know, whale. No, I want to stay right here with the gas and air and hope that not too many people see my hemorrhoids. I mean... Okay. So lovely Mark made us these. If there's someone you hate and they're having a birthday, why not send them, darling, you're looking haggard, with my face on. If they're a lefty vegan, Corbyn supporting, Biden supporting, Trump hater, Remainer. Black people bloody love me. Indian people love me. You know, there may be others who don't. Why not send them a darling, you're looking haggard birthday card? There's others on there, but basically I'm not trying to push these things. It just gives me and Mark, you know, something to laugh at. I think the nicest ones, to be honest, are offty piss. And it's not really that you're saying to someone else offty piss. It's a supportive thing. Like, tell everyone in your life who doesn't think you're great to offty piss. Tell any of them other mothers who try and tell you must breastfeed or you failed your child. Offty piss. Anyone who doesn't make you feel better about yourself or tries to look after you or lift you up or bring you an apple pie when you're poorly. Offty piss, right? That's what these cards are about. Happy birthday. Bloody hell, mate, you look knackered. And Never apologise. I just love that. So if you've really pissed someone off, or you know a friend who has, never apologise. Fuck 'em. Anyway, what we're trying to do as our part of our, trying to help people laugh is, and I must go. Oh, do go. I'm running over wildly. I promised I wouldn't do this. There's also one which I've told Mark we can't put up because it's too naughty. Has he even? No, he hasn't even given it to me because it's too naughty. Yeah, we didn't publish it yet. Anyway, what we're trying to do is get me to sign them. So let's just say you've got a good mate who's in the shit with their wife, right? So, excuse me. Better have a little drink. And you need to tell them never apologise. The idea is, if you go onto Katie's Arms, I will send them the card. I will write it. If you give me a few hints. Steve, desperate, overweight, balding, slightly sweaty when he's had too many pints, once pissed in his nan's, I don't know, plant pot. Give me some ammo and let me at him. And then the idea is I'm going to be sending out cards around the nation. There's really inoffensive ones like this, best of bloody British, But this is the idea, only to just really change the way of birthday cards because Christmas cards so dull. Right, I must go. So we've talked about Circus Tavern, 6th of May. I've told you I'm back in Blackpool in May as well. I'm going to need your help, guys. I'm going to need to mobilise the Katie's Arms army to help get the word out. So Lovely Mark's going to put together posters and billboards and whatever. And if you can help us, we'll come back to you with all of the detail, but we'll basically send you the poster for your window, or if you're a farmer and we can put a billboard in your land, we'll pay for the billboard and come put it in. But we're going to need your help to let people know where I'm going to be doing stand-up, because the media obviously won't help us spread the word. But we'll come to that next time. I'm going to be in Birmingham on the 11th of November. And we've kept this kind of below radar. It's me and Steve Miller from Sky's Fat Families. We're going to have a laughter evening called For Frock's Sake. And it'll be Steve doing his kind of fat family stuff from Sky, and me just, doing this. And trying to make people who feel less good about themselves, just remind them that they're bloody marvellous. And if you can keep going every day, you're doing great. So that's the 11th of November. It's just like a week and a half's time. And Steve, I've got him to put back, I think 10 tickets I'm allowed for Katie's Arms. If you're interested in coming to Birmingham on the 11th of November, it's a very central, very nice location. There's already a bunch of ladies and lads coming. But if you want to come along, 7:30 on the 11th of November, if you can get to Birmingham, just email Mark, landlord@katiesarms.com, and we'll make sure we sort you out with tickets for that. And you'll understand that as I go about and we get more venues coming in, I'm going to need your help to get people there. Okay, my love, I hear you. I want to listen. If I could, these funny guys, they're so-called funny guys, and they can be on the radio and they can sell their shows and they can get venues. What would I do? I would kill to swap places with one of them, because you could not, we'd actually be funny. Right, I apologise for being 10 minutes over. I hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining me here at Katie's Arms. And do sign up, or get your mates, anyone who you think is feeling a bit left out. They don't need to agree with any of us, but get them to sign up at katiesarms.com. Lovely Mark just keeps that email list, and he will never share it or never give any of your details away. Thank you for joining me, and I will share wherever I got this from. I'll put it in the commentsy bit shortly. Okay, have a good night and a good weekend, and don't let the bastards get you down, my darlings, because you're worth 100 of all of those shitheads in suits, including Rishi twatting shorthead Sunak. Okay,